All right, so today we're gonna make a Manhattan. We do it a little differently at our bar here. There is the standard way, which is about 2 ounces of rye whiskey, an ounce of vermouth, and a couple dashes of Angostura bitters, which you are welcome to do, and you can do with all the ingredients that we are about to provide here in the video, but this is the way we do it. Our version of it, we start with Angostura bitters. We do this because the bitters are the cheapest part of the drink, so if you have to throw something away because you made an error in your dashing or in a measurement, it's not a big deal. So let's start with our Angostura bitters. We're gonna do about 15 dashes. And with our dasher bottles, we use these little Japanese dasher bottles, and every 3 dashes from this is 1 dash from a normal bitters bottle like this, so you need just adjust accordingly. And then we are gonna do about 12 dashes of Bogart's bitters. This is optional because these are not easy to find. The flavor profile of Bogart's sort of chocolatey, earthy thing. It kind of complements the sort of allspice flavor, Christmas flavors of the Angostura bitters. About 12 dashes of that. And the next thing we're gonna do is add a 1/4 ounce of an orange curacao. Now we use Grand Marnier because it has a really nice kind of rich orange, velvety mouthfeel, and it adds a really nice element to the drink. You can use Pierre Ferrand, you can use any number of high quality orange curaçaos that are on the market. Another side note that this version of the Manhattan comes from early 1900s. It's from Harry Johnson's Bartender's Guide. There are 1,001 different versions of the Manhattan, but we really like this one because it really highlights the vermouth and the rye and the way those two things can blend together. So we're gonna use 1 ounce and 3/4 of 100 proof rye whiskey. We're using Rittenhouse rye here. The reason we're using 100 proof rye is because it's really gonna stand up to the flavor of the vermouth, because what we're doing is this Manhattan is essentially an equal parts Manhattan. It's 1 ounce and 3/4 of rye, but it's 1.5 ounces of vermouth. And here we go. We're gonna do 1.5 ounces of Italian vermouth. Cocchi Torino is what we're gonna use here, but you can use any high quality vermouth. All right, now we've got all of the elements here of a Manhattan, so let's stir it up. We use these big blocks of ice at the bar. I'm very aware that most people don't have these, so you can use just regular ice that you have in your freezer. You can use ice from the grocery store, but if you use ice from the grocery store, I suggest that you don't stir it as long because it's very wet ice and it will melt quickly and you'll get a drink that is too diluted. A lot of people don't have mixing glasses like this, so you might want to use a pint glass. It works just as well. You can use a chopstick if you need to stir and you don't have a bar spoon like this. Anything will work essentially. So let's stir this drink. Stirring. See, when I stir here, it's just a push and a pull. Very easy. Nice, easy stir. All right. Now, I just put this glass in the freezer for about 2 or 3 minutes. This is a great way to chill your glass quickly so that you can keep your cocktail nice and cold. And it's just a really great way to have a delicious, chilled cocktail. Every last drop. Okay. Now, grab a lemon, grab a vegetable peeler, and just peel off a little piece of lemon there, trying not to get too much of the pith because this is very bitter. You take it between your 2 pointer fingers and your 2 thumbs, and you just spritz it over the top. And that gives you a nice aroma, nice lemony finish on the top of the drink. You can put a little bit around the top here, around the rim, so that you can taste it. Drop it in, and there you go. You have a nice, delicious, ice cold, perfectly diluted Manhattan. If you like what you see, please feel free to Venmo us any tips or donations that you can. This keeps us afloat while we have to be closed right now. Feel free to send us your direct messages and your comments. and give us recommendations about what drinks and techniques you'd like to see us make. All right, thank you.